What's going on, guys? King Strats here, back another video on the channel, and today, honestly, this is just a breakfast power bowl, something that I make all the time. That is not why we're here. If you clicked on this video, we all know why we are here today. I took the time to rank every Oreo from worst to best in the tier list like yesterday. You guys enjoyed the Wingstop flavor ranking, so we're gonna do the same thing with what my favorite snack of all time is, the Oreo. I think limited edition Oreos kind of set the standard for everyone that's starting to do like these limited edition, you know, flavors and everything. Oreo was kind of the first one to do that, and this was back in the mid 2010s when it really started to ramp up, and I still have it near and dear. I've kind of slayed into them a while, but I wanted to go back and take a look at some of the nostalgic flavors that I really enjoyed. But first, let's take a look at the bowl just real quick. It's super simple. I'm not going to tell you how I made it because it's not that important. We've got some air fried Spam right there over here. We've got some kimchi, some cheese eggs, and some hash browns. That is it. No one cares. Let's get into the Oreos. Now, I'm going to show you, like last time, the bottom of the list all at once and then go through them. This shouldn't take long with this list. I named these tiers this time because there are a lot of flavors to go through. Let me get a little bite real quick though. I mean, this still is like a I eat food kind of deal, but I know I gotta eat while I talk, which isn't hard for me. You know, this is just a simple goodness anyway. Real quick. Fun. Stay with me. Kimchi. I got some ketchup and sriracha over here. W. Some of these flavors you might not know because some of them were released in Japan and I had the liberty of trying them. There are also a lot of old flavors on here. There are a ton on this list. Now, we're gonna get the ones that I don't know out of the way. This is the Who tier. We've got Wasabi Oreos. I don't want to try them. I never have tried them, and I probably never will. We have the Orange Creamsicle Oreo. I didn't even know these existed. I wish I did, but I haven't had them. We have the American Oreo, which was apparently like a red, white, and blue Oreo. I doubt that they had any flavor to them, but they existed, so they're on the list. The Dairy Queen Blizzard Oreo. These are really old, but I don't remember them, which means they weren't memorable. We've got the hot chicken wing. I believe that was either in Korea or Japan. They never came out here. I'm super glad they didn't, because who the hell wants a chicken wing flavored Oreo? We've got the ice cream Oreo, which I never had either. This list is kind of stupid. Banana split Oreo. Never ate them because I actually don't like banana splits, so I would have no reason to try them. We've got the Double Delight Oreo, which apparently was peanut butter and chocolate. Why the hell didn't they put this out recently? See what I'm saying? They piss me off. The Root Beer Float Oreo. I must have been under a rock or a sleeper. They didn't come out here. And Fruit Punch. Never got to try those. But that is the Who tier. That was pretty easy. Pretty simple to go through. Since I've never tried them, there's not much to say other than I'm alerting you to the fact that they existed. And they weren't memorable. Now we're getting into the fun part. I've had all of these. And we are entering the gross category. All of these Oreos were so disgusting that I didn't want to eat them. Some of which I forgot about. But here they are. Starting off with top 3 grossest Oreo I've ever had in my life. The Swedish Fish Oreo. It tasted like shit. There's nothing else to say. Swedish Fish alone are kind of mid to begin with. You threw them in 2 chocolate cookies and you made me eat them. I've yet to meet a person who liked them. If you did, please let me know, because I'm going to come find you and we're actually going to have a fist fight. Next, cotton candy Oreos. I also hate cotton candy. Not much of a surprise there. I didn't like the flavor, and they did put them in a golden shell, which at least I didn't screw that up, but I really hated them. Next, I remember, this is one of my first reviews I ever did. We have the Peeps Oreo, which tasted like a pink marshmallow peep. And I remember this. If you go back on my Instagram, this is like, I wasn't even doing videos back then, so that's old. I'm talking like 2017. I bit into this, and I spit it out all over the place. It tasted like soap. Disgusting. Like, I mean disgusting. I never took another bite. I remember throwing them away. I wouldn't dare give them to anybody. They were absolute trash. Now comes a flavor that everybody loves, but I absolutely hated. But I can see why you liked it. It's just not for me. Pumpkin spice Oreos that come out every Halloween. Usually you can find them in Target. They taste like pumpkin spice. Pumpkin spice is one of my least favorite things in the world. I don't like anything pumpkin spice other than like 2 things. So I guess that kind of doesn't make sense. There's probably 2 or 3 things in the world that I eat that are pumpkin flavored. Pumpkin spice, not really anything. Trader Joe's has pumpkin cookie butter, which I kind of liked. I like pumpkin pie ice cream and stuff like that, but pumpkin spice has a distinct basic ass flavor that I just don't like. There's nothing else to say about those. Ugh, thinking about them. Next up, I hated these hot and spicy cinnamon Oreos. They tasted like a Big Red in a chocolate cookie. I don't even like Big Red. Then you put it in a chocolate cookie. Absolute bag of trash. I remember those 2. Hated them. Nothing else to say. Literally Big Red. Moving right along, candy corn Oreos. Again, I absolutely hate candy corn. It's the worst Halloween snack ever invented. I wish it never existed. I swear, if you like candy corn, I don't know how you eat wax. But to each their own. Enjoy. I tried them. I hated them. I threw them out. Now this is probably a controversial one for a lot of people because they enjoy it. But next we have the Oreo Most Stuff. I did not like Most Stuff Oreos. I don't like double stuffed Oreos. To me, Oreos as they are perfect. I don't like the thins. I don't like double stuff. So you just took more filling, which to me made it just disgusting. I'm serious. You can watch my review on it back then. I did not like them at all. Not a fan. Next, we had the, oh yeah, pistachio thins. I don't like pistachio ice cream. I don't really like pistachios alone. You put them in things, sometimes they're in baklava, don't mind that. But alone, pistachio sucks. Thin Oreos suck. You combine the 2, I hated them. And of course, I already alluded to this, the double stuffed Oreo. I'm just not a fan of the extra filling. I feel like it's too much filling for the cookie ratio and I just don't like it. Now we move on to a tier that I actually had to create for myself because there are a lot of Oreos. This was probably the most spoken for, it's not probably, it's definitely the most spoken for section, which really isn't a good sign. But Oreo came out with a lot of flavors that I consider dumbs. We have an entire tier dedicated to dumb. A lot of them are repeat and I think they're stupid. Dumb to me means, why did you even come out with this flavor? It doesn't even make sense. There are some in there that some people probably will like. Namely, I don't like any of the thins. I just don't like Oreo thins. Not enough cream. Sorry, I know a lot of people are probably screaming at the screen right now, but that is my honest to goodness personal opinion. Again, this is all documented. Go back on my Instagram. Didn't like them. Anyway, moving right in. Chocolate Oreos. Too much. It's overkill. I just think they're dumb, personally. They just never existed. Rocky Road, Filled Cupcake, Mississippi Mud Pie, and Cookies and Cream Oreos are all stupid to me because it's the same thing. It's redundant as hell. Especially Mississippi Mud Pie. Because I'm getting animated. I'm passionate about my Oreos. Mississippi Mud Pie and Cookies and Cream are literally Oreo flavored Oreos. Oreos are made of cookies and cream. Coming out with an Oreo flavored Oreo sign, I remember saying this in my original review, that it sounds like Pimp My Oreo when Exhibit did it. And he was like, yo, Dobby, put some Oreos inside your Oreos. I actually said that. I remember. This is all doc again. Eating whole spam because I'm getting mad now thinking about this. Hot Cocoa also falls in that category. All of them, Hot Cocoa, Rocky Road, they just chucked like 2 or 3 marshmallows in it and expected me to give a shit, and I personally didn't. I didn't like them then, I don't like them now. Some people are going to say, oh, well, the marshmallows are great. There's just better. There's better versions, and to me, they just release the same flavor over and over again. Candy cane Oreos, absolutely not. Chocolate and peppermint, no. That includes peppermint bark, which is also on that list. I just thought they were dumb. I don't like pepperminty, or it just doesn't work with chocolate, in my opinion. Chocolate peppermint tastes like a York peppermint patty. York peppermint patty should be illegal. They're gross. I'm pissing everybody off right now, but this is how I get down. Anyway, we've also got Brownie Batter, which are just chocolate Oreos. I don't care what anybody says. Oh, you can taste the distinction. They taste like chocolate Oreos. How many people have I pissed off yet? Y'all still here? No, are y'all furiously typing yet? It is what it is. I have Marshmallow Crispy on there, but I just count those as mid. I think I just messed up with my fat finger, so move that to the mid tier. Marshmallow Crispy were like Rice Krispies treats, but there just wasn't enough of like a marshmallow flavor in my opinion, so they were just kind of mid. Mega Stuff, mid. Firework Oreos were Oreos with popping candies. So when you ate them, they'd like in your mouth. That's just dumb. I like the idea of 4th of July. Could have done something better. I didn't like those Oreos. Chocolate marshmallow falls into the same category. Mega stuff with they just put a chocolate and then what they call it, heads or tails. Stupid. Triple double Oreos I think are stupid. Pissing everybody off. Love Oreos were a Valentine's Day version a long time ago. I believe they also tasted like Big Red, but I remember not liking them. Birthday cake Oreos. Now, this one is kind of in the dumb category because I don't like birthday cake with the chocolate shell. I just thought it was dumb. They got rid of the ones that had the golden shell, so I forever hate those. That's a true story. I like birthday cake with the golden shell. Certain things work better with the golden shell, and I feel like they just screwed up. This includes all the thins, even though the flavors were good. Not enough cream for me. I had to make like 7 of them to make one decent Oreo. So all the thin flavors, they had chocolate, salted caramel, lemon. All of them that came out in thick flavors except for salted caramel, coconut. Coconut, I remember being mad because they were small, but they're not bad. They're just dumb. They're not bad. Dumb doesn't mean bad necessarily. Dumb just means, why'd you put this out? Mint chocolate chip Oreos. They had a Baskin Robbins version, which was literally mint Oreos. Putting chocolate chips inside of a chocolate shell in Oreos just doesn't do anything for me. Never did. And never will. Oreo minis. Get out of my face. I know there's a person saying, well, I don't want a lot of Oreos, then just eat one. Stop making Oreos different sizes. This is how they come. That's it. I don't care. I know people are probably hating me right now, but I had to do this. Also, Oreo Thin Crisps. They were like these little wafers with no cream whatsoever. Oh my god, fucking stupid. Well, that's my dumb list. Now we're moving on to the mid. Mid Oreos, to me, weren't dumb. They just weren't great. They were just decent. Everybody knows what mid means by now. So the mid tier for me was just flavors that I thought were okay, but I probably would never go out of my way to get again. Like if you put them in my face, I'd eat them, but I wouldn't buy them. Does that make sense? So let's start with the mids. In the mid tier, Jelly Donut. I remember Oreo had this thing for a while. They kept releasing Oreos with a nipple. What I mean by that was the outside had one cream and the inside had a different cream. I didn't really feel the Jelly Donut Oreos. Like the nipple was okay, but I don't like Jelly Donuts to begin with. They did use a golden shell. They were okay, but I never bought them again. They were just mid to me. Looking back, I think I gave them a pretty decent rating, but like I remember like trying them again off camera and being like, these aren't really that good anyway. They had the outside shell and then like a purple nipple in the middle. That's what I mean by that. Gingerbread Oreos. I didn't love them. I usually love gingerbread. Don't know why I didn't like gingerbread Oreos, but they were just mid. You know what gingerbread tastes like? I think they were just missing like the frosting part of it, and it just tasted like ginger. From what I remember, the nipple would have worked well there, but I don't think they nippled it. Sometimes the nipple worked, which you'll see later. Fruity Pebble Oreos. Now stop. That is not Fruity Crisp. I put Fruity Pebble Oreos as mid for a reason. I remember when these came out. Fruity Pebble Oreos were originally, and I think they just put the flavor profile, but Fruity Pebbles were worse. They came out in the line of mystery Oreos. You had to guess the flavor. Everybody who tried them, myself included, knew it was Fruity Pebbles to begin with, and it just pissed us all off. Because we wanted them to bring back a different flavor, which was with the golden shell, and they put Fruity Pebble inside of a chocolate shell, and it just didn't work. But it was enough to get my hopes up that they would bring it back, and they didn't. So it was just mid. That was my opinion on that one. We've got the Dunkin' Donuts Mocha. I remember these two. I'm not a huge fan of the coffee flavored Oreos, honestly. They're just okay, but that was the first one that they came out with in that coffee genre. It was, what the hell was the flavor? It was Mocha Oreos. Yeah, Dunkin' Donut branded. I remember doing a review on these and they were okay, but again, I just think coffee flavored Oreos are kind of mid. Peppermint Bark should be switched with Marshmallow Cream. Peppermint Bark, I think I just accidentally clicked that one. They sucked. Cherry Cola. Remember these. They released this also with the Kettle Cream, which is also on my mid tier. It was nice. It was cool. The Cherry Cola had like a different but they were mid. Like, you're not gonna go out of your way to eat either of them. The kettle corn had like this popcorn buttery flavor with it. The cherry cola had like this, you know, like that cherry, artificial cherry flavor to it. And they were okay, but I would never go out of my way to eat them, so I just count them as mid. But they were inventive, and I will always give them credit for inventive in a sense of like, you didn't just put Pop Rocks in something or throw some marshmallows in it, so they were mid. Caramel coconut. I wanted to like those, but there wasn't enough coconut, and it wasn't a strong enough caramel. I remember that. So they were mid. Chocolate strawberry Oreos, I remember these too. I found them in a Dollar General. They had the nipple. And chocolate covered strawberries don't have that artificially strawberry taste. They just didn't really work, but they weren't disgusting. I had my hopes up for them, and they were mid. Mint Oreos, I don't care what anybody says, 90% of mint things that have ever come out are mid. Mint is just not an elite flavor. There's just nothing to me that is mint except for Thin Mints that are elite. Thin Mints should have some kind of crack in them. They don't count. But most things that are chocolate mint are just mid to me. Like, I only know like 3 people in my entire life that like, oh my god, I love mint chocolate chip. Like, no one really loves mint chocolate chip. You just like it. It's mid. That's just my opinion. And tiramisu falls in that coffee category. I remember those two. A little bit of a stronger coffee taste without the sugar, but don't care. Mid. Now we can move along to Oreos that I actually like. Starting in the good category. In an upset, because everyone probably thinks this is better than I think. But we have the OG Oreo. OG Oreos to me are good. But I can't remember the last time I've gone to the store and the Oreo section, because there's so many flavors, and gotten the OG. They're still good. I'm not going to say they're bad. Like, I like OG Oreos. Get a glass of milk, somebody's got them, they're good, but I don't go out of my way to get OG Oreos anymore. And that doesn't include the limited edition flavors, because some of these flavors are in rotation now. So, because of that, the OG has just fallen down the pecking order to me. I have to be honest about that. Anybody who tells me that says their favorite flavor Oreo is just an Oreo, I don't know what the hell's wrong with you. I'm not going to judge you for it, but it's not my favorite anymore. Therefore, it can't go any higher. It's just good. Then we have the chocolate chip Oreo. These were actually pretty damn good. Put them in the category of the OG. It's just a tough crowd when we start getting into the elite. And they're not elite. They are good, though. Golden Oreos, same as the OG. I love Golden Oreos. I think they're great. I just don't go out of my way to eat them anymore. So, they're just good. Apple Pie Oreos. My only Oreo that is a pie flavor that I didn't really put in the God tier. I thought they were good. Hello, apple, cinnamon, but they just didn't move me like the rest of them did. They are good, though. Again, tough crowd. Strawberry Shortcake Oreos. They had the good humor. I used to love them good humor ones. It just didn't bring that same taste. But they were good. They just weren't elite tier. Waffles and Syrup Oreos. A lot of people love these. I loved them initially. Upon second inspection, I didn't love them as much. I thought they were good, but there isn't really a waffle flavor. They just taste like syrup Oreos. That's really all I have to say about them. They also came with a nipple. Had a little syrupy nipple in the middle. But I didn't get a lot of waffle. Chocolate Hazelnut Oreos are relatively new. I thought these were actually good. Like, they're good. Again, just don't make that like, oh my god, they came out with this. And that's where the very good comes in. And they just don't fall under that. I like the fact they used the golden shell in the chocolate hazelnut. I did like the Nutella cream. It just wasn't like as good as Nutella, but it was still good. Overall, decent. Now, the only thing that I thought were good, but I had to knock them down from very good to good because they're thin. Pina colada. I love them. Had that pina colada flair to them. They were dope. Not enough cream. If they'd have released those in the sticky flavor, I'd have been all over them. When I tell you all over them, all over them. And now we can finally move into, we're getting spicy, the very good category. Starting out with, I remember these, I love these. The Cookie Butter Oreo. You ever had Speculoos or like Biscoff? They had this, oh, they're so good. Oh, I can taste them right now. They're just, I hope they come back out with them. I remember specifically them having like a cookie that was just different, and I love when Oreo changed the cookie. They don't do enough of that. That's what makes a very good Oreo, in my opinion, which you will see in 90% of the ones that I'm going to bring up. Reese's Peanut Butter Cup Oreos. These came out in 2014. One of the original Oreos. I think they lost the branding. They're peanut butter Oreos. Make no mistake about it. When you slap Reese's on anything, it just takes it up to a different notch. I don't care what y'all say. Even Reese's stuff that sucks is good. Because Reese's is, I'm a Reese's dude, bro. That's just what it is. And I remember these going out of my way to get these. I remember taking a selfie with my grainy ass Blackberry just to get these damn Oreos. They taste like peanut butter Oreos, though. If you see peanut butter Oreos, they're pretty similar. Cookie dough Oreos. These were so good. All these flavors now are so good. Cookie dough Oreos had that cookie dough taste. You know what cookie dough tastes like. They had the outside shell, which was a chocolate chip shell, the cream with they were just, they bring these back, man. Moving right along, chocolate peanut butter pie. Oh yeah, that was like that half and half. That was, that right there, that half and half cookie with the peanut butter tasting shell, the golden shell. Very hard for me to leave this off the elite tier, but I put them here. Peanut butter and jelly Oreos. They were a Kroger exclusive back in like 2018. Some people didn't like them. They said the jelly tasted artificial. I love them. Peanut butter inside with the jelly on the right side. It was a half and half with a peanut butter tasting. Oh my god. I went crazy for them. Crazy. Golden chocolate Oreos. It's exactly what it sounds like. Chocolate cream works better with a golden shell. When you do double, to me, it's overkill. And that's why I put the chocolate Oreos in the bottom, but the golden chocolate up top. You gotta have contrast with the shell, and I call it the shell, but you know what I mean, the cookie. Some people, you call it a shell? But that's what I call it. I'm sorry. But the chocolate inside with the golden shell, elite. But not elite. Because Limeade Oreos, I remember having these. They didn't really make a big brouhaha about these, but they tasted like almost like Ecto Cooler. You know, like a lemonade green. It was good. It was good. Lemon twist Oreo. I don't remember having these, but they didn't have lemon Oreos on the picture list, so I put this here because I love lemon flavored shit. Lemon flavored Oreos to me are just excellent. Excellent. Of the original Oreos that came out before they started making some of the limited editions into like everyday in rotation, that was my favorite Oreo. The lemon. And my one exception for triple double Oreos, because it made sense. The Neapolitan Oreo. If you didn't have these Oreos, strawberry cream, golden shells, chocolate cream on the bottom. So you had 3 golden cookies, contrast, big importance, strawberry, and you had the chocolate. Oh my god, man, I was the only person. I don't know if y'all did this because I'm a 90s kid. I don't think they really make these anymore because nobody ever ate it. You know how they had the Neapolitan ice cream when they had the 3 lines that had the strawberry, the chocolate, and the vanilla, and nobody ate one section? I ate all 3. I did. I loved them. I don't care. I was the one guy. I was that one guy who ate them all, and I thought they were excellent. Neapolitan Oreos should be forever. Keep those in the rotation. And now, we are moving into the elite. This is where the tough crowd got, because I didn't want to make more than 5 elite Oreos. That was a criteria I placed upon myself. So we've got 5 elite tier Oreos. Starting off, I fucking love these. You have no idea. One of my favorite pies in the world, key lime pie Oreos. I am a key lime pie aholic. When these came out with the graham shell and the lime, oh my goodness, I bought like 10 packs of them. I remembered I just sat there, it was wintertime, and I just ate like, I ate all of them. I did, by myself. Don't care. I have no regrets about that. But if you like key lime pie, oh, you were spot on. All of the pies. Blueberry pie is my next one. Blueberry cream, graham shell. You are going to see a recurring theme of different shell. Different shell makes limited edition in my opinion. You just slap different kind of filling on the inside. Doesn't really work as well. But the blueberry pie, I did blueberry. Some people didn't like this, said the blueberry tasted artificial. Not me. I loved it. Oh, all about it. Cinnamon bun Oreos actually became a part of the rotation. They had a cinnamon cookie with like the cream. Oh, they were good. You hear my voice inflection because now I'm getting the hype. Those were, this is elite level stuff. But that cinnamon, you're gonna see this all across the board. Next up, the S'mores Oreo. S'mores Oreos had a graham cracker shell, chocolate layer, and a marshmallow regular cream layer. When I tell you, this was what started my love for Oreos, because that's how old they are. They kept bringing them back, and then they take them away, and then they piss me off, and then they take them away, and they piss me off. But it was literally a s'mores. They're as good as it gets with these Oreos. All of these, to me, are like 9.5 and above. And last in my elite tier, this is going to be controversial as well. But again, watch my review on Instagram. Carrot cake Oreos. I'm a carrot cake person. I love carrot cake. Love. I don't know why, but that cinnamon, nutmeg, carroty fucking flavor with the thick cream, and they had a carrot cake cookie. Oh, bro, with the Oreo cream, it just worked. And the cream had little, as good as it gets. All 5 of these, to me, injected. They should be in rotation. They should be out all the time. Stop messing with me, Oreo. These are your best flavors, except where we have the one goat. The one goat. And anybody who knows Oreos, anybody who's an Oreo person, every single one of my people who review food, who enjoy food, who I've known over the years, have been petitioning with this damn company to bring these back. Why they haven't? Because they're teases. I don't know what they're doing. Bring these back. We have the Fruity Crisp Oreo. Anybody who knows how good those were when they came out, they were perfect. God, I'm drooling thinking about it. You had the cream with the Fruity Pebble. They didn't call them Fruity Pebble because they didn't have the license. Specks in there. I'm looking at it right now. Can you see it on my screen? Did I put it up there? Is it going to stay there? And the golden shell. They had it at a store called Acme. It used to be an A&P. That's how old these are. I think it was 2014 that these came out. Don't quote me on that, but it is a long time ago. I wasn't doing reviews back then. There was no food blog. It was just me being fat, chasing around Oreos. When I tell you, oh, I'm drooling. I have to drink something. I can taste them. They're so good. If they ever bring these back, that'll be the next eating challenge that I do, along with the Mexican pizza when that comes back next month. We're gonna eat a lot of those. I don't know how many. I'm just gonna do a bunch. I'm sorry, I got lost in the moment. Fruity Pebbles in the cream with the golden shell. Oh, they were so good. My only true 11 out of 10 Oreo. God tier, GOAT, elite. Nothing has unseated it. There have been some worthy adversaries, but nothing has come close to Fruity Crisp. And Oreo, for some reason, just won't bring them back. It's been 8 years since I've bitten one, and I'm annoyed. Bring them back. Mondelez, Oreo, artist formerly known as Nabisco, whatever the hell you want to call yourself, can you please, for the love of it, just bring back the fucking Fruity Crisp Oreos? Like, why? Streets is calling for these. When they do, I'm going to be like this, waiting for them. But that is my GOAT. I only put one in the GOAT category because GOAT means greatest of all time. Can't have multiple GOATs. You have one GOAT, that is the GOAT for me, and that is it. Elite tier, we had 5. Lots of dumb Oreos, but I have to give Oreo credit again because they were the ones who started, in my opinion, churning out the limited edition. It became a thing where you just expected Oreo to drop, like, at one point they were dropping 1 a month. Now it's kind of slowed down and they're dropping like maybe 4 or 5 a year. Sometimes they drop 2 at a time, but when they were really churning them out, 2017, 2018, they were coming out with flavors 1 or 2 a month. And I'm not joking, like literally, like the 5th of every month, you knew. I had to go to ShopRite because that's who had them first. And I used to go, and I even had a hashtag on Instagram called King Shrats Oreos. That's how much I was into it. And then about 2020 hit, and they started dropping redundant ass flavors, and it just died for me. Like, I don't bring the hype like it used to. You notice there's no recent flavors in any of my elite, the God tier, the GOAT tier, or even the very good tier. They're all from like 4 years ago and back. To me, the newer ones, I have ranted about this ad nauseum. That means until I feel sick to my stomach, because they just dropped the ball. They have so many other flavors they can. I don't know why they haven't dropped the pecan pie one yet, because I swear to shit. But it is what it is. At least maybe they can bring some of these back, because Oreo was literally goated at one point. I've been saying I was going to do a comprehensive Oreo list for I don't know how long, and now that I found this tier thing that I can kind of put out, and it brings, I'm going to start doing a lot more tier lists. You guys enjoy that, and I enjoy it too. I have a lot of things that I'm going to rank. I've made probably about 15 to 20 different ranking lists, for anywhere from movies to foods to music, sports. I've got a bunch of them, So if anybody wants to see a tier list or something like that, like drop it, I'll put it in the rotation, because anytime I do like a normal meal or a basic meal like this, I can always drop this with it. And that'll be a lot easier on days that I'm kind of doing like a low calorie day. This way I can still record. There might even be a day I just do it without food if I don't eat. Because I enjoy doing this, and you guys like chopping it up in the comments. Some of you guys like to fight with me. I don't mind it at all. As long as everybody knows that if I say something back to you, like, I'm not mad, I hope you're not mad. Like, this is just debating. I don't expect everybody to agree with everything I say. That would be stupid. You know, one thing I do ask, if you write something, like if you tell me like, and I will ask you this, I've been asking people, but if you're like, oh, this one's better or that one's better, like, tell me why. You know what I mean? Like, I just feel like, not in a bad way, I just want to know why you think so. I explain things on why I think this is this and that, because I feel like if I was just like, oh, this is good, this sucked, like, I try to say why I think it sucks or why I think it's good or why I think it's mid, so at least you have a reasoning behind why I'm saying this stuff. You know what I mean? I'm not just throwing shit out there like I didn't put any thought into it. At least I'm giving you a reason. You might not agree with my reason, but it is in fact a reason. But that is my Oreo list. There's so many Oreo flavors. I hope they come out with some more good stuff, and we're going to keep ranking some stuff because I like doing that anyway. So we'll be back. I need a drink. I'm thinking with a Fruity Crisp. Oh, Toretto. Not today, huh? How about that? Let's do a Fast and the Furious ranks. A lot of people have been asking for that too, so we're probably going to throw that in there too. But we will be back tomorrow. More content. I love Yana hand signs. They made it to YouTube.